So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. But for today's pet Leeroy Khumalo. Good and for it.
Man, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Thank you for my corrections. Today sizwa digital. Ingena digital. The way finally ingene ngakhona.
I blind.
Otherwise, kunjani kodwa?
Hey man, I'm good. God is good. Family is great.
Yeah.
Life is going on.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I can't really complain much, man. Hey, I can't complain. I think we complain long yasho ukuthi ngagcina ngo 2019. But the COVID level 5 ngathi no, all right. From now onwards angisa complain. Relax nje manje ngoba ngiyabona ukuthi sezizoduma. But I mean, I thank you very much for coming through, man. Yeah. Siyabonga ukuthi ufike ndoda. I mean, we've seen so much of your responses also. You've been, I'm sure, since day one. Since Saikala Catalyst, you've been there. Always looking forward to those questions all the time. Like, this guy is on point.
Yeah.
All the time, man. All the time. Those questions are like 100% on point. I was like, every time I post someone, I'm always looking forward to like hearing. What's this? Yeah. When I don't see you, I'm like, hey, eat out.
And I'm on these streets.
Nice joke. Maragaret, maybe let's just get on to you. But before we get on to your segment and the questions that I wanted to ask, just to everybody who's watching this thing, please, guys, like and share. We're now also on YouTube and we're also on Facebook. So just like it. You know, there's so many people. Yeah, so many people who are just looking for these conversations. Share so that we reach all of these cats. But right, so last is Okala Konamaj. I just want to know, Uguti, to the people who don't know who Leeroy is, who is Leeroy?
Oh, brother. Leeroy is a young man. Who grew up as a PK. So my dad was a PK, and so Ekaya besides the church straight. In everything that we are doing, it was evolving around church. And then Leeroy came along, and from there, man, we just started growing Nabatu, Senzizinto, yabo. I grew up, got married at a young age, loved music, compassion. I'm compassionate, and I think I like helping a lot. Here and there. I think it goes back to my background. But yeah, it's a young man saved and shadile at a young age. Too. My daughter is 8 and my son is 5. So soon on Sunday she's turning 9. So
happy birthday. No, yeah. So Manje, just going back a little bit, at least we ask a background. But how was your childhood? And how was your childhood and Bonjani as a young boy? How were you as a young boy? Or young?
So as a child, growing up, a mission kind of set up, you know. Your father's a PK. You get exposed to a lot of people at the same time, you know.
Yeah.
Because Ubaba is bringing them in because it's a mission house, you know. So I grew up in Gaza, so I think that's where the love of people came from. There was music all around, a church most of the time, you know, and just getting to know people,
Mm.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So bointwana
Yeah.
nje style nje ezithandela abantu. You're not really like
As
very
time-
naughty. You know, you're just keeping to
Yabo,
yeah,
inquisitive.
Oh, okay. And that can be misinterpreted sometimes. Yeah, inquisitive.
God,
Yeah, most of the time it can be misinterpreted, because if you're inquisitive and maybe you like to find things out, more often than not, you know, people think, no man, this one no, you're just trying to maybe find trying to understand. Yeah, I can do it's asking questions.
Yeah, I think I got to be responsible at a young age as well.
Okay.
Because I remember in primary school I used to guard kids from home to school, you know, public transport.
Okay.
Omakhelwane bring kids to me, including Leza Sekaya, because there's 7 of us in, and I'm the 3rd of the 7, you know. So the last 4 is Fundana Bescaling. So when you're going to school, Benkata by 2 Abasekaya, and then Kubo 2 Umakhelwane, you know. Mengfike stop in Konomunyong Lindile. All these are kids. Now I'm a kid at that time. No, so this is our bus, this is our bus. You miss it by you know.
Yeah, and so parents also trusted you with their kids, even though you were also a kid.
You see, at a young age. So I guess I think indlela yami yokukhula yenze ngaba nje a trustworthy, responsible person.
Okay, so your journey then with drums, how did it start, and who was the person that helped helped to take your very first few steps?
Hey, yeah, that's another story. So the way I started playing drums, I used to play a faith mission as a young kid. I used to attend faith mission.
Okay.
So there was a lady who played keyboards at church.
Okay.
And I used to sit right next to her. Adlala my keyboard at church. And I'm like, yo, I'm fascinated with how is this going? How is this happening, you know? And then we had to, the church grew, we had to move branches. I went to another church, faith mission still, but another branch, Senanda. And that's where everything started sparking up, you know. There was a guy called Emba Mhlongo. He's late now. Waidlala keyboards. And he used to play bass on his left hand and chords on the right, you know. It sounded like a full band. So they got another keyboard, and what happened was, since there were no drums, it was just the 2 keyboards. I used to play key drums.
Oh, okay.
So it was a 2-man band. And then key drums.
Yes. Also in Canada.
Anna, a long time ago. I'm sure it was like 99 or something. Key drums. Key drums. Wait, 2-man band. We'll have big conferences, nama mission, what, you know, there's a faith mission. And Babi's Tina, because they knew what we tight.
Yeah.
If Kukonite only I teenage life, I didn't have a teenage life, I didn't have VOD, you know, because I was always on the music. Key drums. I'm there. Abantu abasha there.
So
ngafunda keyboard.
Yeah.
Yabo. So it may evolve from there. Kwavele uThemba introduced indaba yama drums in the church. So the pastor was like, okay, we should get the drums, like the real drums, because the band is adding up and people are getting more with band, so we should expand. So they bought the drums. No one plays the drums.
Crazy.
So the drums are there. I need to play this thing.
You need to figure it out now.
Yeah. So he told me, okay, this is a kick drum, this is a hi-hat, this is snare. If ubambe nje groove le, this is 16 beats. I dlale on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay, ngilale. And then, so what I used to do every Friday, I used to go to the church, you know. Wahlala close to the church. So you used to go to the church, sitting heads in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because I had to play on Sunday.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, I'm there. Sundays, a big time, man. I need to be on stage.
Sure. Yeah.
I was so it depends all the time. It depends. Yeah, well, it depends. All those weekends, it depends. Up until I got the hang of it, it's okay. Ikrovila. That's how I got to play drums. You know.
So which year is this? Which year is this?
I like to think it's like 2003, 2004, somewhere there.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. I think, yeah, 2002 or so.
So now you're having to move everything that you've learned, you know, from keyboards to, you know, playing it now on the actual kit. How challenging was that? Yeah. How challenging was that, the move?
So I think it was an advantage for me because I knew how it sounded, how it should sound, you know. So playing it on the acoustic was like, okay, I'm a placement again, man.
Okay.
Okay, this is the tom, this is the floor tom, okay, this is the ride, and just going in and doing it, you know.
Yeah.
So for me it was beneficial ukwazi key drums first.
Yeah.
And then going into the, because I understood it better as an instrument.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you still play those key drums?
Hey. We recently had a talk with one of the keyboard players and so saying we should have a challenge. As key drums, key drums. I can actually play them now, you know.
Can you or can't you play them now?
I can play them now, yeah.
Okay.
I can still play them.
Ah, that's dope.
And I've edited it and stuff.
That's dope. We must actually see it. Actually play a song and play key drums. And post it on Facebook. Let's see what happens.
I'll upload a video.
Please tag Drum Catalyst, because we came up with it. Tag us. So
yeah.
I also wanted to figure out then, Uti, which is then the gig that set everything in motion for you. So when after playing that gig, now everybody knew who Leeroy was.
Okay. Since I was playing in church, so I was known with church environments per se. And then I had to attend EVAS. I went to UKZN. I studied music. I think that's where everything started for me. 2005, 6. Gally, yeah, 5, 6. Kanye nosiyang kwamthethwa and no big in temple, you know, that era.
Okay.
So that's where everything started for me as a drummer. With music industry, not with church industry, like in churches, but with music as a whole, like meeting big names and doing it. So my first gig, I would say it was at the jazz center at the school.
Yeah.
Konindawa Visit Center, where we all go there and play. So what happens is when you musuka first year, got preaching and first year going onwards, there's a day whereby we go to the jazz center and play as an ensemble. So I think that's where Babon was okay, potential as a drummer. And then Vincent, you remember Vincent, we talked about him last week.
Yes.
He's the one, I was playing in his band, so he called us out. We may now, Prince Bulo. We went to one, it's like a pub or a ship in Kwandinges.
Okay.
And we had to play there for it was a jazz night thing. So that was like kind of my first gigs.
Okay.
Going out in the world.
Yeah. So also another thing I wanted to find out, Ugutigule environment around this time, it sounds like there were a whole lot of musicians, and I know that The other time we were speaking on the phone, you were telling me about, for example, you know, the era when Abu Pega used to play there, you know, even with Ayanda Segate being the drummer, and you were saying that, you know, there were times where you guys would all go in the morning, you know, 7 o'clock service.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. How was that whole era? Because I believe everything has, you know, its own eras. And, you know, just if you were to paint a picture for us who are not there, would see like what was happening around that time? Who were the people that were like playing in that time, you know, and what are your fondest memories around that time?
This time was, I'd like to think, yeah, it was an incredible time for church growth, you know. I was out with F8 Machine trying to get another church in town. So I was playing Mlas Christian Center. It was more contemporary music, you know, gospel contemporary music. And there's this church, Brea DCC. There, it's like, it's on Belungu, ne? But abantu nakhona khona, the music is good, the instruments are good, you know. They have 2 services, one yasekuseni neyasemini. So what used to happen is they had a huge number of musicians. Ogenqele, Thabang Mushweshwa, Unathi Mthethwa, you know, big names.
I don't know to my COVID. All of my payments not loyal.
I know what's me.
Oh, okay. Sorry to disturb.
Unathi Zungu.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I was
not in chairs. Okay, all right.
Yeah, one good time. So Unathi Zungu, he's a pianist.
Okay.
Those musicians were there. So no Manzinza was a homeboy of mine. Song is Khumalo, you know. They had this morning session whereby praise and worship yakona was hip, man.
Crazy.
About that time, every musician or I said open used to go to that church, exane for the morning session. That's for a praise and worship. We can go 9. Messi Pelili praise and worship.
So I have your
we're going to our own. Yeah, you all hyped up, you know. You ready? Because there's like 2 drummers, 2 bass players, 2 keyboard players, you know. And Washington Chinese stage is like, wow, when is our church getting to that level, you know?
I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. So that thing was very, very inspirational.
It was, man. Badlala Fred Hammond, badlala like songs as out Johnny McClark, and you're like, wow, yeah. Because you know we used to traditional gospel, you know. It was something new that and exciting for us as musicians. I was young then, but it evolved as time goes on. Maybe hamba in Joburg and stuff. Kungene young musicians all big in terms were there, you know, and more hip musicians went there, and it evolved. So it was a thing to open up our minds.
It sounds like something that also, you know, if I was coming in, I would have wanted to see a thing like that. I mean, just judging by the whole vibe, as far as the energy is concerned, and the memories that you have. Because vibe is everything. And I mean, when you see a place that is full of musicians, you know, I think there's no way you're not gonna feel the electricity, you know, as a musician, you know, and I mean, I guess those are the things that kind of would make people go check and practice harder. You know, I know because Foslogas is also, you know, Foslogas Katogas also has a history like that, you know. Where we all sorry for cutting.
I got to meet, no worries. That's why I got to meet all the guys closer, because some of them had to crash at my place, you know, at some time. I got to know them better. I grew in music. In the camera gigs grew as well, you know. So this thing is about knowing them more and getting more gigs. It worked.
Because of all these networks and building relationships, you know.
Building relationships.
Which then would bring me to a thing that I always want to, you know, ask musicians. It's that whole thing of actually actively building networks and relationships within the space, you know. How important is it to you? on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is building relationships and networks, you know, for your as far as you're concerned?
Hey man, I think that's the most important thing to do. If in a relationship, it's like you have an umbrella. You know,
Sure.
because if you cut down the tree, you don't have shade anymore.
Yeah.
And then you know at a later. So I think abantu abaningi here in Durban, but I know a lot of people.
It's the truth.
I'm the one guy to phone if you do.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
it's because of these
like
relationships. I
think you're fine now.
Yeah, I know, because it's important. I guess it's a matter of understanding and being able to look at life for what it is. You know, which you're never an island, so it always helps to know a lot of people. You know, because you don't know when you're gonna need these people. So when I need someone in Durban, I know I'm gonna call. I'm gonna take out the phone and call 1 million people. You know, then I'm saying. I think it takes just traveling and going all over the world to see, which actually, guys, we do need, you know, to be building networks. But I asked, yeah, sorry, I cut you.
I'm saying we need each other as musicians as well, because it's a small industry.
Exactly, we need each other. So I asked people on Facebook, you know, when Zobukona, so I asked them if they had any questions. You know, and yes, I mean, there are so many questions, and some people had like so many. I had to jump. I mean, I went to your page. There were like 50 comments. Hey. I was like, no ways, man. How am I? And I mean, even now, I see the new questions coming, and I'm like, I'm not going. and these, yeah, because people are thirsty to ask you questions, you know. So I'll start with Sir Martin Billionaire. His question is, what influences his versatility in the genres he plays?
Oh, so hey man, I think it's listening a lot to music and not restraining yourself in one box.
Okay.
Just making sure with it, music is a language, man. So if I close myself in one box, I won't be fluent in speaking the language. You know. So I think a lot of music. I got the chance to meet abantu abadlala proper music at a young age. You know? When I wasn't even in school, I was just starting school at UKZN, and he introduced me to world music, like ama rhythms and gagas, you know. I got to play in abantu aba higher level than I am, amarazo, and that music changes your thinking, your way of approaching a song. Yeah.
All right. So his second question is, what is his favorite genre?
Drum?
No, what is your favorite genre? Genre.
Oh. Yeah. I would say I'm comfortable in gospel in a way, because I grew up listening to a lot of gospel. But ngiyayithanda futhi ne-vibe Afro traction.
Okay.
I vibe with it a lot.
So more the soul vibe.
Oh yeah.
So all right. So who is his greatest influence in terms of playing?
Hey, it's a lot of people.
Let's count it. Oh, I think his question is his greatest.
My greatest?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, to be fair to the question, because I almost said let's count them, but I remember the question is greatest.
Hey, greatest drama.
Yeah, well, no, he's saying influence in terms of, you know, how you play. So I should think about maybe.
Oh, in terms of power play.
Yes.
Hey, I like Chris Steady Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greatest.
I think he interpreted very nicely. Sean Rice is also nice. Kubantu abadala, Dave Weckl is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Omar Hakim as well.
Okay. No, you like very nice
I think
man.
he's tall like me.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Just names it Omar Hakim.
No, I hear you. So the bond is deeper.
But gospel, I used to like Ujamaka Fred Hammond,
Marvin McQuitty.
Marvin McQuitty. Marvin.
Okay.
Marvin.
No, I love that guy too, man. Absolutely loved him. Yeah. So, and he says, I hope I have put it correctly. English is not a child's play. Okay. No, I thought it was another question. So, and then we're getting now to your fan club. The smart. What has Katali Sandra while you are playing?
That got me, man. Okay, so it's really simple. The technique. So if you know the technique, izandla zikhathali, because you don't play ngesandla sonke. Yeah,
you know? It's in the wrist.
It's in the wrist. In the wrist. So izandla zikhathali. Unless if you posture is wrong and the sticking is wrong, then ngiyakhathala.
Okay.
But the technique helps me along the way. That's why izandla zingakhathali.
Isikole siyasiza, guys. So kids, don't do drugs. Go to school. Right. And then they show you that movement, you know, and then they're like, you see, then you know it's school. This is the way. Yeah. Once you tell me the school fees is corner. It's mobilized simple. Like okay, so we also had Utobega Khumalo.
Oh,
yini indaba unkosikazi ke lo ngiyayibona ukuthi ngithe ngiyibona lento ngathi nepotism ngiyayibona ukuthi tricky, but I think I want to ask these questions. Yini indaba ube nonkosikazi omuhle kanje?
She's the story of how I met my wife.
Oh yeah, please, yeah, tell us.
Yeah, you going up.
No, we want you to tell us.
So yes, I met my wife at a recording studio.
Okay.
Linda Bayama Cake.
Oh.
So what they had a group, based on Soul Renaissance Sisters. So it's just ladies singing gospel. I was called by bass player Umbonis Ntlego to come and assist in terms of driving.
Okay.
They were doing a gig in Pangeni, so it was further out, visiting a driver.
Okay.
I came in as a driver,
okay.
So they got in the car.
Yeah.
They got in the car, bahlala la emva kwami ngishaya imoto. Mengithi ku review mirror, ayibo.
Khona into engiphandlayo la.
Khona iBlackberry lapho.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it at that time, you know. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
They do their thing, and then the next call I get from Ntlego again is studio recording.
Okay.
So I recorder Soul Renaissance Foods. I'm like, oh, okay.
Nah, I'm looking forward to it.
When I get to the studio, I'm behind the booth. Here she comes again. Again, baba ngibona ukuthi yabo la ngihamba naye namhlanje.
Noma kayenzakalani awusamiyekanga
inamba ngihamba nayo
yo
so inamba bengithola inamba sikhulu that began a whole new relationship.
Hey, what a beautiful
amongst
story.
them sisi bonke, you know.
Yeah wabona ukuthi no baningi bayacula baningi bayacula right siyababona but abavelanga ku-review emwira mawubheka uJehova uyabona usebenza kanjani wenza ukuthi la kule kuvele kungaveli abanye no ulo Jehova simkhonzayo. So there's another question from Utoshi Dlamini. What's your favorite rudiment? And please also show, I don't think we can show today, or advice on your footwork, kick drum. Yeah, he was asking that maybe, yeah.
When I had a lot of time to practice, I used to like mixing them up. Single strokes, my paradiddles, and mix them up. And what I used to do is I'll just implement them around the kit to practice. So we practice paid. So I'll do the paradiddles on the toms, on the snare, and then take it to the feet as well. My paradiddles. So that way I could work my feet as well. So mixing them up is good because you get a different sound. 5-stroke roll, 7-stroke, rudiments loud. But the basic thing I tell a lot of drummers is if you take them slow, you'll understand them better and play them more clearer. Because the whole point is for them to sound the way you want them to sound. Because even if you implement on a beat, as ghost notes. Same rudiment.
And they also
as chop.
And there are tools basically at the end of the day. My tools. You're just working on getting as many, I think. I don't know.
You just have to get as many as you can, like alphabets. And words. And know the meaning of words and implementing them.
And it's crazy.
So it's crazy.
It's crazy for Java so far elementary language, because it's like saying to someone, so what's your favorite letter? Well, then you say, what's your favorite word?
Z.
So, how's Z? I love Z, yeah. Ngithandela mina uZ, yabona kahle maku A no B angibathandi, so I just like C, yabona C D. Yeah, no. Sorry. Who asked that question?
Like that.
I have to apologize. Toshi, I'm not making fun of you, man. I'm just trying to understand this answer that's coming here. Yeah, no, great. Just mix them up, Toshi. Right, so there's Uvama Shangase. Thank you, MC. If you are not, here's the word. If you are not a Congologist or a musician, business, what? Musician business, what? Ngaba wenza? Enye.
To tell you the truth, I think if I wasn't a musician, man, I think I would have learned slow or something. But music was that bug that just hit me from school. I would have done law or business something. Because I think good in a good background, cool. Good background than in France, So in music we forefront per se. In gigging and playing, but I'm more on the business side of things.
I hear you.
Scene. I would have chosen being a musician or entertainment lawyer.
So you'd still be in this space.
But doing other things.
Doing other things in this same industry. Right. Now we are going to Lindlovu Kunene. I mean, she hogged those questions, my brother. She hogged them. I saw someone else complaining. I'm a question. Right. So to white drums. Question number 1.
White drums. When I was introduced to drums at first, Kule scenario that I first told you about, it just made sense, man. It connected with me. I fell in love with the drums, the sound of it, and interpreting the drums, in many ways. So that bug bit me then. So I stuck to the drums, Njay. Like one.
There was nothing else. I mean, because that thing bit you. Nothing else bit you like this thing. Her second question is, where does your passion for music come from?
It comes from a church. Church. It comes from church. My dad loved music. Njalo when he gets home, how's your bass la? Dlala Victor Masondo la.
Okay. Also yabona
umgade ngigada bonke benobuhle benobuthi bawo. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, umazi phezulu. Athi hey asambe nje
eish.
Get there, man. It's one of ba Victor and stuff, you know. Nomngobi, he used to do the sound in that big church I told you about.
Yeah.
Nomngobi does sound. I think he still does sound there as well. So I got to know them, you know. Yeah, my dad, man.
All right. So the next question is, umdlali osafufusa ungam advise uthi.
Umdlali osafufusa. Hey, I'd ask them to be more consistent on the instrument that they love doing. You know, practice. If you get more time to practice, it's better because it works out at the end, you know.
Sure.
Practice and all that practice again will come back. For the 70th stage.
Yeah. Hey, we bona phakathi yeza. Hey, yeah. 6-7 aliya.
Abantu babe confidence when they play, you know. Make sure ukuthi medlalo dlala akadlali nje just to make the noise, but udlala with precision nazo ukuthi ufuna ukukhale kanjani.
Ufuna ukaachivani.
I think that's my younger son.
No, I hear you. Next question. Wahlelile lo sisa lama questions. Usisi ne? Wahlelile bekafuna ukuwabuza. I know ngathi bekalindile vele ukuthi I wonder yazi uLeeroy singambuza nini lama questions. Kanti awu nalithuba ke uhamba landi exercise. Walanda exercise book yakhe wathi okay ngizombuza today is the day. Ngashiya lethuba ngeke saphila. Right, so but what is the most important skill to master ngedrum?
Language, if it's
okay.
Interpretation. It goes back to that question Yatoshi of which rudiments, you know.
Yes.
I think the interpretation. That's where you know how to play more genres than one.
Yeah.
Because you approach the language, the understanding of the instruments.
Yes.
It gives you more leeway of doing many things. Yeah. So I'd say to Guti, when you have mastered or played it long enough, you would know it's okay if I do this, if I do this,
all right. So she says like, now, oh sorry. There's a delay. Yeah. Can you jump in?
Oh, sorry, I was saying it's like speaking.
Yeah. I hear you. So Uchi, I'm yet to see a female drummer. Ungathini kuma females afuna ukuba abadlali bedrum?
There's so many females and my drums and but to encourage them more, it's they should check out more videos of my female drummers. You know, there are female drummers, but maningi peshe, I think. Peshe, Nigeria, there are a few drummers, female drummers. Notice Russia, hey, there's a lot of female drummers. They should, if I said it before, I was inspired by a lady that played the keyboard. So which means they've been in this game for a while.
Yeah. No, true.
Yeah.
Umbuzo wakhe wokugcina uthi uyakwazi yini ukufunda umusic but major ekubeni udrama. Anjani amathuba of having income ngokuba umdlali?
So okay, in school when you learn music as a whole. It's parts of your practical that you're doing. So moving to music as a whole, you get to know how to read the music. You get to know the history of the music. You get to know how to play the music. You know, so yonke lenti concepts ukwazi yonke if you study music.
Yes.
In terms of imali, imali khona ka-music baze bayayidla.
bayidla
But
unless babize ngamagama ya siyababona.
Ikhona imali ka-music, but you need to know where does your passion lie in the whole industry of the music. Ikhona kuma-production, ikhona kuma-studios, ikhona kuma-recording, ikhona kuma-gig, but it all depends on your character, the way you package yourself, the way you present yourself as a business. Ngoba as an individual, if usuphuma ngaphandle to play the music, you are a brand.
Yeah.
So you have to look in a way, you have to sound a certain way, you have to go to a party in a certain way as well.
Yeah.
You know?
No. The next question is, the next question is from Mudihle Kunene, saying, do you guys get paid emasontweni? Angazo niya volunteer.
Vesta green.
Vesta green niya volunteer or niya patalo. Ngenzakalani?
Hey, yabo leyo setup school. Okay, so the churches that are different churches, you know. So some churches, they do pay musicians. Some churches don't pay musicians. Fanele ube volunteer.
Yeah.
But it depends on how you speak. Initially, mufika kulelo bandla ukuthi wena what's your thing, like, hi. Are you here to serve? No, are you here to pay as a gig? You know?
Yeah.
Because music has to pay your bread, buy your bread, you know, pay your rent. So if anything else that's you're doing but the music, you have to make money out of the music. So unfortunately, kufanele sikhokhe.
Yeah, no kufanele babhadale. I think ngiyabakhuthaza abefundisi ukuthi please pay drummers, pay piano players, pay people,
pay musicians,
pay musicians.
Buy instruments as well.
Yeah, buy, you know. About saying, you know, hey, because I'm a drums, I'm a sticks ayaphuka lapha emasontweni. Ologo, hey, abantu baloko banzale aweli. Hey, come, hey. 3 pairs of sticks are broken. How much is that thing? You know, it's just like leli bhatala imali eningi. Udlala ama-gig abhaya with the same pair of sticks awaphuki. You get to church, you break your whole stick bag.
You break the whole thing.
The whole thing is broken. And then they say, no, you must volunteer. No ways.
No, but no, God bless you.
No, God bless. God must bless us, you know, but now, you know, you must meet that blessing halfway.
Exactly.
You know, meet that blessing halfway. Yeah, so Otabisa,
so
I mean,
pays music.
Oh, sorry to cut you. There's a long delay here. So then we are trying to play around with the technology, yes. Utabisa Dlamini says, why did you choose drums out of all the instruments? No, but I think you already spoke about that. Or is there a different answer? You already touched that. Timber crocodile, long legs.
Long legs. And mute compare.
Oh, mute. Hey, I don't know. I always I'm branding. This is proper marketing. Uthi Ncegu izigubhu uyazidlala noma uyazishaya.
Oh. Ayikho ngiyayidlala Ncegu angiyishayi.
Uyishaya ngoba zenza ngalutho.
Because there's a difference between music and just banging them, you know.
Yeah. You're making music.
So musically, yes, I play the drums musically.
Okay. Right. You have a 9 to 5. I remember we spoke a little bit about it last time when we were on the phone. What do you do?
So it's a bit
it's a bit technical.
It's a bit technical, yes. But yeah, I work at a company where I do their mail.
Okay.
You know, so I do their mail, I sort their mail, and make sure they get their mail in time. So I'm a postman.
Okay. Well, but I think it's more deeper than that. But I think let's leave it at that for now. But also, one of the things that I noted even when I was listening to your history is the fact, one, you said you were very responsible at a very young age. And I think I can see it when we're as the Moslos Kuluma, and that whole thing of you making decisions early on. So for example, they called you to come drive people, and you took that. You never were like, I know I'm a drummer. I don't drive people to to gigs. No, I actually must play the gig. So but is it because of your childhood that you were able to see and think differently about what you do?
I would say it was because of that. And mhlambe ingqondo yami develop at a young age in terms of knowing the business and liking the business world. Because if I don't play, I have to do something else. As well. So I didn't see it as an opportunity with the per se. But what I was doing, I was content in doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. In driving. And as time went by and I grew up, I started companies after companies. Asante Media, which does backlight recording artists and isazophuma kahle futhi ibe nama media boards, billboards, So we ventured out into that field, man.
Actually, advertising. Oh, also advertising.
Yeah.
I actually saw that Asante Media, and I felt that, oh wow, that's a very cool thing, because generally I'm a fan of musicians doing other things also.
Yeah.
And not being just limited to music. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong if that's what you want to do, and if it's lucrative, and if you're happy, that's it. I think at the end of the day, we're chasing happiness, But when I saw Asante Media, I was like, yo, but this is such great work. But what inspired that whole move? Asante Media and the backline, and how hard was it to actually start it?
Hey man, it took a long time. Excuse me. And it's still growing, So I was inspired by Ukuksi. He does backline for all the major events. So I saw there's actually a gap in the market of people supplying instruments for the guys to play.
Yeah.
Because every other gig, it's someone to ufike ne-drum lakho njalo, ufike ne-keyboard yakho njalo.
Yeah.
So why don't you just come to the gig ikhona leyo nto? So I saw should I venture into this? I should supply the guys with the best that's there,
Okay.
And he does that. Make something he just buys it.
Yeah.
To get that major gig. So we do backline hire, stage coordinating, stage managers, stuff like that. We've actually been part of awards, Masabela Awards for 2 years in a row.
Nice.
We did this Java one-man tour, the Durban tour.
Okay.
That was in goes about 2020, ne? 2020, yeah. Before Val.
Yeah.
That was February.
Okay. Yeah.
After that,
oh, yini navala. But mase senqeda bathi okay, no, asante sesipanile. Valan.
Mashwa Val. Hey,
yeah, kwavala. So yeah, but how did that
do those big,
Yeah, how did that affect you? Because I know everybody was affected. I know you have a 9 to 5, but how did COVID affect you? Because now it's also affecting you on a number of fronts. As a business owner, it's affecting you as a drummer. But what was the impact? Oyibonile wena empilweni yakho nje ukuthi hey yazi COVID ingilimaze kanje la.
Ivale amanye strings of income. Business momentum. Kwavele kwathi fanele siye step back because everything was locked You know,
Mm.
we had thought ukuthi plan mesisuka lapha kuleya gig leya
Siganyuka. Yeah.
in
Ish.
to go in because manje we landed this major gig and we are in the map.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, but i-COVID yavala amathuba and leyo nto yenza ukuthi ubuyele in your corner and re-strategize and maybe rethink things through. It's okay. How do we work from now on?
Okay.
Because manje sishintshile as a whole, you know. But mayvala lama streams of income. Bekufanele upaquze uthole enye indlela to make the family go on, to make life on as a whole, you know. And to recover from that was even harder.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because you need to replace those gala. Now machita lana you know. So it was a lot. It was a lot. But we made it. We made it through.
No, but thanks, man. We're grateful for the work you're doing because it's important. Also, I think one of the things that we never, you know, when as a business owner, most of us might not even appreciate the fact that, you know, when a thing like this happens, then families are affected, you know, because now you have people that you're working with that, you know, that you are used to, you know, giving work to. So when a thing like this happens, then it becomes an issue or a problem now where, you know, you're not just thinking about the fact that you are not making money. You're thinking about the fact that, you know, so many other families are struggling to make money, you know. But the guys, how are they keeping up in this whole season?
Hey, so they need to cope because at least things are opening up, you know.
Yeah.
But initially the guys were like, "Ish, man, it's hard. Could you try something? You know, bank takes day. Could you try something?" If I could, my season where I can, you know. But but I was there for them because I'm much down, you know.
Sure. No, I hear you.
I'm much down.
Do you think that our industry is doing enough to embrace new concepts? You know, the question, because I think to a certain extent, South Africa is a bit different. You know, in as far as music education, just to understand that it's not just about genres that are, you know, popular. There will always be popular music, you know, but do you think that our industry, so now from compilers to promoters to all of those cats, do you think that they're doing enough to embrace new concepts, or are we all just being forced to follow the same thing?
They were not doing enough for the music scene. Because some concepts concepts or no you know, they don't they don't want to move with the terms, you know. In music education, kubantu jaba general public it's about duzula namanje, you know. Even a musician that are in the industry for years, so some of them registered with a platform that's all right for them to get paid. They don't know how to acquire their needle time by a studio that one payment, their recording time paid. Abasa is missing, you know. So there's a lack there. Thereof, which okay, people don't know these things. And then laba bathula nazo imali ngene emaphaketheni. So if we had more awareness about these things, about musicians knowing their rights in the music scene, it would have made more sense to the musician, which that's why I am a musician, you know. Because they are not united, which makes things even more difficult. Because if you try to educate oyedwa, influencer you know. So at times we just need people to be united in order for them to learn and know more about the same industry that they are in. Always laba different offices bengaba manipulate laba bangaphansi kwabo.
Sure. So
because it ends up in a situation.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, you are.
La iphansi ayifiki phansi iphelela phezulu. Isefeke mayifika phansi kusela ama-peanuts, there's nothing.
Usale until 20.
Hey, sure, it's yazi ukhuluma into ezibuhlungu. So, but what is your dream for the music industry as a whole now?
For the industry as a whole?
Yes. What would you like to see happen?
More work for the guys would be great. Ubumbano would be great for everyone. Transparency, man.
Okay.
I think we lack transparency in ngale ndlela yokuthi if I call you for a gig, I decide how much do you get. Because I don't tell you how much I negotiated lapha emuva. So maybe I know 2 blocks la.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, mina ngiphethe u-30.
Uzibambela u-30 thulile.
Yabo, so awunayo leyo freedom of choice. Awunayo i-freedom yokuthi I know mina u-2 grand awupush up. Ngifuna u-3. You know, so those things, man, I think we need to have that breakthrough as industry.
Sure. And also maybe the musicians themselves bakhululeke, you know, ukwazi ukuthi mina njengodrama mawuthi wena uno-2 blocks ngithi no mina ngicela i-5, you know, because ukuthi unamalini still we have not clinched the deal. You know, I think one of the things that we have missed as the industry and as practitioners in the industry is realizing that every conversation is leading us to a deal. It's all a deal. That's all it is. So if somebody comes and says, hey man, I've got 2,000, you know, I've got the right to say, no, actually, I work for what you want me to do, I want 5. You know, it's a right you've got. You know, it's not automatic that you're supposed to say yes. Just because somebody says I've got, you know, at least that way, then we say we get into that negotiation. Hey man, that's if I finish, man, I need 5. I think for us figure up, you know, as musicians, yeah, because we're businessmen.
Even a breakthrough phase of guys knowing what's okay. This is a proper job. We've got medical aid. We've got plans that are there for us as musicians.
Sure.
Because some musicians are one as you know.
Yeah.
They just go for that hand to mouth. If you're not playing a musician who's in the industry, it's hand to mouth. Unless you're older musician and you know how it works. You know what you have things, you have to sort them out. You have your family. So hey, but a breakthrough in that is needed.
You're right. But Manje, I think I'm just throwing this question in because we're here now with this conversation. Lifestyle now, because it's not like musicians are broke, you know, or are poor. Based on lifestyle and expenditure. I mean, we go to these gigs, we see these bills that musicians are swiping, you know, there's alcohol and food. One nice bill. Yeah, one nice bill is like, yes, so guys, is this the way? You know? So it's not like musicians are not making the money, because if we were to calculate that money and like, okay, this year this is how much you made. It's not like it's that much smaller versus you know, a person that works in an office who has a medical aid. You know, maybe the only difference is that musicians don't know when they're going to get it, but it's not that they don't get it. You know, so I don't know. Don't you think that maybe it's more a thinking that we need to fix, you know, with ourselves first? Yeah. Which is, you know,
the lifestyle. So if you choose a certain lifestyle, where you have to maintain that certain lifestyle.
Sure.
Yeah, but on a soft life, you have to maintain that.
Sure.
So that thing eats on you, because when you chose this lifestyle, how na saving, how na medical aid, how na insurance, but you musician efuna lifestyle ephezulu. If musicians could learn how to save, babe na multi streams of income, there'll be different musicians.
Yeah.
Discipline goes a long way.
Yeah, no,
so my lifestyle changed when I got married. It is into that I learned not to do. Nezinto that I've learned, oh, it's okay, I need to save this because kunabantu abangilandelayo abangibhekile, you know?
Sure.
So that lifestyle changed. It changes even ama-gig owathathayo nongawathathi.
Okay.
There's this thing yasho banda last time, if you play a gig ngoba uyithanda ukuyidlala leyo gig.
Sure.
And it resonates now. It resonates with your spirit. It's okay, I'm doing this. Don't just take a gig. It resonates now in the lifestyle, because it changes the whole brand, it changes your whole thinking. Because music it speaks to the spirits as well.
Sure, true. No, Nyaguzo. So this is going to be our very last question. If you were to go back to your 12-year-old self, what advice would you give to yourself?
To my 12-year-old self.
Yes, to your 12-year-old self.
Hey, I tell myself to learn more.
Yeah.
Make sure that I learn more music. I learn more about the industry. I practice more.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I practice more. Hey, so this goes back to the early drummers, Abasafufus. Practice, learn, listen to more music, you know?
Yes.
Ufunde brand yakho from a young age. Okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want my packaging to be.
Yeah.
Because people resonate naleyo nto ukuthi when you package kanjani.
Sure.
They take for your whole being, ain't just for your skill. Ungadlala kahle kube na yonke into, but i-character mengekho sharp asikubizi.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Because uzosixaka la kuyo.
Hey.
So basisi lana wena usuyaqanga lana asisakwazi ukudila nawe manje because of your character nangama choices that you made at a younger age, you know. So discipline, man, more music to broaden up your mind, to know what you're playing. I would just give myself those advices and save.
Save. My brother, thank you very much, man. It was a beautiful one. But for the people that don't know, we're going to be co-hosting most of these shows going forward, asking all of these questions. I was typing manje, so yes, so Abu's alive now, you know, in front of all these guys. But thank you very much, man, for the time.
My air horn.
Yeah, and come with your horn, bro. Come with your horn. You know, we need that vibe. But yo, thanks, man. Truly appreciate this conversation. I just felt that, you know, just for the people that don't know who you are, you know, at least it's so that they know a bit more, you know, and all of that. As we're just going to be asking all of these musicians that are coming here, wonke lama questions. Now, abantu babese bayakwazi ukuthi oh Leeroy, ngisizwile lesa story sakhe. Yeah, but thank you very much.
Hi, sahlangana naye some years ago.
Exactly, Leeroy. No, but siyabonga man. Thank you very much. Usibongele nakunkosikazi. Umtshela ukuthi siya appreciate le tututut. Yeah, siyabonga.
Cool, man. Thank you so much for the time. We're all up in here. Sizonibona every Saturdays. Tell abantu benu that you guys asked for.
Yeah.
They'll be all running up in here.
Yeah. That's what's up. And don't forget to like and share. That's all we're doing, guys. We're liking, we're sharing. Yeah. We like, we share. Make sure that as many people as possible get to know what we're doing every Saturday. Thank you very much, Bafu.